Namaste yogis, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. So for today's SynEq practice, you need your chair. Have your extra props if you need to bring your legs a little higher. So remember, you want a 90-degree angle at your knees. And then we have been working with the blankets to change the position of the pelvis and the spine. And in previous classes, we have placed the blanket under the lumbar spine, but we're gonna change it up a little bit today. You can have your blanket or towel folded in about, just make it about 4 or 5 inches wide, and you want to have just not even an inch thick. This is only to tilt your pelvis into a posterior position. So that means that you're gonna have your pubic bone slightly higher than the hip bones. So I'll show you what we're doing. You can also use the edge of a block if you rather do that. That's okay as well. And so we're gonna get ourselves onto Shavasana, chair Shavasana. Bring your legs up the chair and then scoop your body close to the chair. You can adjust the blanket. So it's right at the edge of the tailbone. And so this is a very mild tilt that you're going to have. It's nothing, it's not talking you very deep. It actually just with you barely feeling the blanket under your glutes is enough to release your lumbar spine onto the floor. Many of us, no matter how long we spent on Shavasana or chair Shavasana, better said, the spine will never release completely onto the floor, especially if you normally have a big hinge on your back. That is just done. It's not likely to happen unless you spend hours on Shavasana or chair Shavasana. The other thing you're going to do is take your strap and place it between your legs. Here, remember, you can have a scarf or there's really anything that you can tie around your legs. This is just to prevent your knees from flaring, and you want to have about a fist distance between the knees, and that's as wide as you let them go. And you can go ahead and readjust, walk your body as close to the chair as you need to until you get that tilt of your pelvis and your knees over hips. If you need a, here we go, a blanket under the head, you may do that. Release your hands, I'll bring your hands under the back of the neck, lift your head slightly, and then elongate your cervical spine. Throw your shoulder blades together and your shoulders under, and then relax your arms by your sides, close your eyes, and breathe. And we're gonna begin by scanning the body from bottom to top, just paying attention if there is any particular sensation. Check with your feet, your ankles, your lower legs. Check your knees, your thighs, your glutes. And now pay attention how your pelvis lands on the floor. If you feel rotated or you feel even, sometimes if the prop is not positioned at the center, then you might be tilting your pelvis even more than if you didn't have it. So make sure that you adjust it so it's just a little bit of right the very edge of the blanket or the block is what you have under your glutes or under your tailbone. Then pay attention to your lower back. So hopefully with the adjustment of the prop, you feel your sacrum on the floor. Eventually you want to let your back flatten. So ideally you want to keep the integrity of the spine most of the time, its natural curvature. But just for chair Shavasana, we are aiming to decompress the spine onto the floor. It will take anywhere from 5 minutes up to 2 hours for the spine, the muscles of the spine to release completely. We're also relaxing the hip flexors and the hamstrings, and we are using gravity to stabilize and balance realign your pelvis and your shoulders. All you have to do here is relax, which might be the most difficult thing because we want to control everything. So here you don't need to control a thing except for your breath. That's the one thing that you may hang on to, and hopefully you do. You want to observe how your shoulders land on the floor. See if they feel even or you feel slightly rotated. Make sure that your neck is extended, but it's not hyperextended, so it's not flat. so that you still feel there is some curvature at the back of the neck, especially if you have a blanket. Don't have a very thick prop that is hyperextending here. Relax your face, your jaw. Relax your arms, your hands. Allow your fingers to curl naturally into your palms. No tension, no effort, just relaxation. We start with Dirga Pranayama, yogic breath, breathing into your tummy, expanding into the side ribs and into the chest. And when you exhale, letting the air go from the chest and the side ribs, and then you allow your navel to drop towards the spine. Find your rhythm and continue to breathe from bottom to top. As you breathe in, as you inhale, and as you breathe out, let the air go from top to bottom. Rising and falling. Don't let your mind wander. We're going to take one more breath like this, full deep breath. Wiggle your fingers. Extend your arms at a T position. Make sure that your ribcage stays grounded. And then bring your arms up and hold onto the opposite hands. And so you can hold anywhere that feels right on your forearms. Some of you might bring the center of the palms right at the center of the elbows, but you don't have to, and especially don't if this hurts. Throw your shoulders into its sockets. Relax your whole body here. The next time you exhale, let your elbows move towards the left. You're going to feel the stretch through the right shoulder. This is inspired in the Alzheimer's series. The next time you inhale, bring your elbows back up. And as you exhale, let your elbows move to the other side. Feel the stretch through the left shoulder. Now that is one round. Count 8 rounds on your own. Keep your eyes closed if that works for you. Don't let your mind wander. Don't rotate your torso. Your arms don't have to go as far to the all the way to the floor. So don't aim for the ground. Just find the right stretch for you. Keep your jaw relaxed, your face relaxed. Don't use your legs or your abdomen to help. The slower you breathe and move, the better. And when you finish with your 8 rounds, you're going to release your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Take one more breath, full deep breath. We're gonna go back to starting position, arms to the sides, relax your rib cage, hands to the sky, and hold on to your elbows. See if you can hold the other way. So if you normally cross with your left arm in front, if that feels right, see if you can pass it behind. It's gonna definitely feel odd. So that's what we want. Roll your shoulders back and down, relax your jaw and your face. Now we're gonna start the elbows to move towards the right. And inhale here and take your nose with the elbows as you exhale towards the right. Make sure this feels right on your neck. As you inhale, come back to center. And as you exhale, nose follows the elbows to the left. That's one round. Count 9 rounds on your own. Slowly and mindfully. Don't let your mind wander. This is inspired in the Alzheimer's series. It helps with memory, of course. It's also very relaxing. It's like I think about this series as a meditation in motion. Continue to count your rounds. If the neck doesn't like turning your head along with the arms, you can keep your nose pointing up throughout the whole exercise. Observe, don't let your mind wander. For the next one, you want to be very mindful of your neck once again. So when you're ready, hold onto your elbows and just make it normal, like whatever feels right for you. Cross the other way. Shoulders down. Relax your jaw. Scan your body. Make sure the rest of the body is relaxed. And inhale here. As you exhale, elbows go to the left and maybe nose goes to the right. If that is not suitable for the neck, you can keep your nose pointing up or follow the elbows once again. As you inhale, nose and arms meet to center. Exhale, elbows to the right, nose to the left. That's 1 round. Count 10 rounds on your own. The slower you breathe and move, the better. The legs, the glutes, the abdomen are not helping. You're not rotating the torso. Control the stretch so you're not overdoing it. Take one more breath, full deep breath. When you're ready, bring your arms towards the sky once again, shoulders down. Hold onto your elbows and bring your hand behind you so you're going to cross the other way for the last round. Inhale here, and as you exhale, elbows go to the right. Inhale, center, elbows to the left. Inhale, center, nose follows the elbows. Inhale, center, other side, nose follows the elbows. Inhale, center, elbows to the right, nose to the left. Inhale, center, to the other side. Inhale, center, switch your hand again. Exhale to the left. So we're gonna repeat, we're gonna do one round on each side, starting with the odd side, so the one that feels uncomfortable. We'll do all 3 rounds combined, with head, without head, and we do it with both sides. So we first start towards the right, and hug your arms the odd way when you're ready. Relax and observe. Send your breath and awareness down to your feet. Wiggle your toes. Move your feet side to side. Kind of bring your knees towards the chest. Take your chair out of the way. Also, you can take your strap off if you want. And then take your chair away. Push it away. Take your blanket from under your sacrum out of the way and readjust on your Shavasana for a few moments. You can keep the blanket under the head if you want. And just watch your breath here for a few moments. Notice your back, notice your hamstrings releasing onto the floor. How close to the ground do you feel? We're gonna take one more breath here, full deep breath. And you may reach your arms overhead and squeeze every muscle and tense and stretch tight, tight, tight. Squeeze, prune face. Exhale, release. Maybe again, flex or point your feet, squeeze every muscle tight, tight, tight. Exhale, release. Let's do it one more time. Stretch and tense and squeeze tight, tight, tight. And exhale, let go. Bend your knees, foot soles on the floor. Bring your knees towards the chest and rock side to side. And massaging your back. Some of you might like to go all the way to the side. Come back to center, all the way to the side, and come back to center. And return to the front when you are ready. Foot soles are on the floor. Bring your hands by your sides, palms facing up. You want your toes about fist distance apart and pointing forward, knees about fist distance apart. Extend your hands as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring your right knee towards the chest. Don't use your hands. Instead, you're gonna bring your hands in, close your hands into fists. Inhale here, close hands into fists as your right knee comes up. Push the left foot away from you and towards the floor as your knee pushes in. Awesome. As you inhale, right foot comes back to the floor. Extend your fingers. Exhale, left knee up. Press your right foot on the floor. Close your hands into fists. Your thumbs are out. Inhale. Extend your hands, foot sole on the floor. Exhale, right knee in, close your hands into fist. Inhale. Exhale, you're pushing the opposite foot against the floor. Do 2 more rounds on your own. Observe. We're gonna do 4 more rounds. This time you're gonna bring your thumbs inside the palms. Inhale deeply here. Right knee towards the chest, thumbs inside the fist, Adi Mudra. Press your left foot away and towards the floor. Create some resistance. Keep your pelvis balanced. Inhale, foot sole to the floor. Extend your hands. Other side as you exhale, Adi Mudra. Push your right foot down to the floor, not just the heel, but the ball of the foot. The toes are not gripping on the floor. Inhale, 3 more on your own. Match the movement to the pace of your breath. You're really pushing that foot down onto the ground, activating both feet. Don't let your mind wander, observe. Now we can repeat as we have been working with the right knee coming up and then down and opposite and then down. And this especially if you have any concerns on your lumbar spine. Otherwise, you're gonna tuck your tailbone and bring your knees towards the chest and bring your legs at a 90-degree angle. Now when you are ready, as you inhale, extend your fingers, extend your hands, and as you exhale, press, and I said it wrong. As you inhale, we're gonna bring that, keep your arms extended and bring your right, no, it's fine. As you inhale, keep your hands open, extend, and bring your right foot down to the floor. Good, and now as you exhale, bring your knee up and close your hands so your right thumb is in and your left thumb is out. Inhale, open, bring the opposite foot down. Exhale, close, bring your thumb in and your left thumb in and your right thumb out. Continue to alternate. Inhale, open your hands, right foot down. Fill up the gap between your back and the floor. Exhale, knee up, right thumb in, left thumb out. Inhale, open your hands, left foot to the floor. Exhale, knee comes back up, left thumb in, right thumb out. Find your rhythm. Do 4 rounds on your own. And when you're done, inhale your feet on the ground, extend your legs, observe. Bend your knees, bring your foot soles on the floor. Have your foot soles touching, let your knees flare out. We're gonna work with the memory mudra, Hakini mudra. Reach your hands up to the sky. And place bring your fingertips to touch, the tips of your thumbs to touch. Throw your shoulders into its socket, soften your neck. And as you keep your butterfly position active, so your feet are pressing towards another, you want to make sure that your pubic bone and your hip bones are parallel to the floor. Don't let your rib cage pop forward. That's important, and you will find that your lower back arch is showing up, and that's perfect. All right, so when you are ready, inhale your arms overhead. No need to touch the floor. And as you exhale, bring your hands up again. Close your eyes and find your rhythm, matching the movement to the pace of your breath. If you misplaced something, here's where you may ask yourself, where did I put it? Where did I put it? And that's more or less the sound in my head of my teacher when she taught us this mudra. And the next time your arms come up, relax your shoulders, bring your hands by your sides, palms up, and you can release your glutes and your legs and notice if once you let go of your muscles, if that bothers your knees, you can activate again. If it's okay, then you may let go here for a couple of breaths. On your next breath, you may use your hands, activate your muscles, your glutes, your legs, bring your knees up, extend your legs on the floor, watch your breath. If your body is craving for any stretch, you can go for it now. Maybe it's swinging your knees side to side as you rest your feet on the floor. Maybe it's hugging your knees and rocking side to side. Or even a happy baby, whatever feels right. Just get whatever release your body's asking for. And when you are ready, gonna come back to center. Bring your foot soles to the floor. And move on to your favorite side. Lay on a fetal position for a few moments. Observe. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. So you want to have your blanket handy. Take a few moments here so you don't want to get dizzy. We were on our backs for a while, so just take your time here until so that you can gather your props. And you want your blanket under your knees. And when you are ready, you're gonna maybe come on your knees or come up to standing, whatever you need to do. We're gonna place the chair in front of us. So on the other side of the blanket. All right. Have double blanket. If you need extra padding, that's okay. And you're gonna come up and stand on your knees right in front of the chair. You wanna have about fist distance between the knees. Let's take a few moments here, shoulders back and down, balance your pelvis, tuck your chin slightly. You know, as you stand in Tadasana, you're always trying to find your center of gravity. So try to do the same thing here. See if you are able to stack your hips over the knees and your shoulders over the hips. And squeeze your buttocks and try to have a neutral lower back arch, and don't let your back go into a deep hinge. To the best of your ability here. You can hold onto the chair while you get there. And once you feel that, if you need some extra balance, you can curl the toes under. Just watch for the knees and make sure that this is not bothering your kneecaps. Otherwise, you may press the top of the feet on the floor. Notice how that engages your glutes. As you inhale, bring your arms out to the sides and draw your shoulder blades together. Here is T position. Awesome. As you inhale, pull your fingertips away from you. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together again and shoulders back into its sockets. Inhale, like if you were trying to touch the walls on the sides. Reach out as far as you can. And exhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Shoulders stay down. Don't bring your shoulders up. We'll do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Press the top of the feet on the floor so that you can engage your glutes. And inhale, reach out. Exhale, hands down, shoulders back and down. You're gonna hold onto the chair and bring your right foot right in front of the knee, right in front of the knee. Hold onto the chair, make sure that you are feeling safe here. Make sure your knee is okay, and see if you can allow your heel to touch the knee. See how that works. Don't force yourself, however. Some of you are already feeling a nice stretch through the front calf and the Achilles. Curl the back toes under, and the next time you exhale, pick up the knee, send your hips back, and try to rest the back heel onto the floor. If you need to come a little higher, go onto either cupcake hands. You can bend the front knee. Make sure this works for you well. You can bring your hands higher even on the chair. Your toes are not gripping in whichever version of the hands you have. You rather bend the front knee. If you can extend the front knee, we'll do that. Don't lock it. See if you can bring toes off the floor on both hands. Try not to round your back. Try to send your tailbone back. Back of the head is in line with the spine. Feel the stretch of your calf here. Balance your hips. Keep your jaw relaxed. This might be a very intense stretch for some, so don't overdo it. Do the adjustments as the body asks for them. And when you take your next inhalation, be mindful, bend the front knee and bring the back knee all the way down onto the floor. And we go on to the starting position. Uncurl the back toes and with control, bring your knee down. Adjust. Balance your shoulders. I'm gonna bring the arms out to the sides again. Squeeze your buttocks. We will restabilize the pelvis and the shoulder girdle. So as you inhale, move your fingertips away from you. Draw your blades maybe away from each other. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades in. Press the top of the feet on the floor if they're not cramping. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach out. And exhale in. 2 more. And release. Hands on the chair. And when you're ready, take that left foot right in front of the right knee. And so you want your toes pointing straight forward and touching maybe the knee. Watch for that back knee and make sure that you're not upsetting your Achilles tendon. Get a good hold of your chair. Make sure you're feeling stable here. Curl the back toes under when you're ready. And lift, extend the back leg, and rest your heel onto the floor. Send your tailbone up, so remember we're not rounding the back. If it works for you, you're going to extend the front knee, but don't make it a goal. You can take your hands higher. You can take them, some of you might want to go even lower and rest the elbows on the chair, and that's okay, but this is not about how far I can go, but it's rather finding that balance between front foot, back foot, keeping the spine as neutral as you can, your pelvis as neutral as you can. Press your back heel onto the floor and make sure that your toes are not gripping front or back. Keep them maybe lifted even if you can. Breathe. We'll take one more breath. And when you are ready, very mindfully, shift the weight to the front foot, rise the back heel, and let your knee come back down to starting position. And when you're ready, release your left knee down. Squeeze your bum, press the top of the feet on the floor, bring your arms at a T position, curl the fingers into the palms, thumbs are extended, and draw 40 circles forward, tiny circles. As fast as you can. Make sure the movement comes right from your shoulders. Your shoulder blades should be active, otherwise your neck is not gonna like it. When you're ready, flip your palms up, thumbs face back, and circle backwards, 40 circles. See if you can get right into your shoulder blades. When you're done with your 40 on each direction, we're gonna release your arms, shoulders back and down. Use your chair. It's gonna place your hands on the chair, bring one foot at a time up on the floor, and send your tailbone back. Look at your feet, and you want to have your hips over the ankles to the best of your ability. Send your tailbone up. You can maybe bring your chair closer. So you're almost going to a tabletop position. Sending your tailbone up. Back of the head is in line with the spine. Stack your joints to the best of your ability. And don't let your feet grip or your toes grip. Breathe. Think about the extension of downward facing dog, but without hyperextending your shoulders. Just like we do in active tabletop, we have been working on this. Push your chair away from you. Hollow up your armpits. Round your upper back, but keep your tailbone rising. Notice where in your feet you're putting the weight, left and right. Draw the navel in and up. Press your heels onto the floor. If you feel like nothing's happening, get those heels to press down as much as you can and notice how that activates your glutes. When the glutes are not working properly, it shifts the position of your pelvis, bringing your lower back into a place where it's susceptible or vulnerable to pain, to pinches, SI joint pains can come from a place where your glutes are not activating, your inner thighs might not be activating. Press your heels. Now push your feet down and away from each other. Like if you were trying to slide them away from each other, but they're not gonna move. Keep pressing your heels to the floor. Keep sending your tailbone up and keep hollowing up your armpits and your chest. Don't let your head dangle. We don't want all that pressure on the head. We're gonna take 3 more breaths here, pressing the heels, the hands down, sending the tailbone up, and drawing the blades apart. Feet are pressing down and away from each other, by the way. When you are ready, soften, bend your knees, and help yourself up. You can shift the weight back to the heels, hands on your thighs, and slowly come up to standing Tadasana. Shoulders back and down, hands by your sides. Tuck your chin, close your eyes, and notice your balance. You want your feet parallel, so the outer edges of your feet are parallel to each other, so that's important. So we're going to activate this Tadasana from the ground up. Press your feet down onto the floor and push them away from each other. You're putting the weight on the heels mostly, but make sure that the balls of your feet are also pressing down. This will engage your buttocks and stabilize your pelvis. So you want pubic bone and hip bones balanced. Breathe. I'll take 1 more breath, full deep breath. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Perfect. We have been working with our memory today. So this is an exercise that's going to help you to keep your mind in the here and now. But it's also a pranayama, so that you know that we work everything with the breath. So you want to send the weight back to your heels, press the balls of the feet on the floor, find your Tadasana. Think about this active Tadasana. Press your feet down and away from each other. Balance your pelvis and bring your hands, your palms at the center of the chest. Elbows out to the side, slightly tuck your chin onto your chest. Then bring your thumbs and index to touch, and your middle finger might touch one another. Don't let your elbows collapse. Keep them out to the sides, but also keep your shoulder blades together and down. As you take your next inhalation, extend your left arm out to the left. Change your mudra into a pointer. So now all 3 fingers that were extended curl in towards the palms, and the fingers that were touching, the thumb and the index, will extend. When you exhale, bring your thumb and index together, Gyan Mudra, bend the elbow, and bring your fingertips to touch. See if you can find them without looking. We'll go on to the other side. Inhale, open. Change your mudra, stretch your arm behind you at the top of the inhalation. Don't let it pinch. Don't let it build pressure on your head or temples or eyes. When you're ready, exhale, bend the elbow, and meet at the center, fingers at the center. Find your rhythm here. Those of you who are comfortable with Kumbhaka and it is in your practice, you can include it, but you don't have to. Kumbhaka is the pause at the top of the inhalation. It is great for strengthening your lungs. However, it's not recommended if you have any concerns with your heart, your blood pressure, or if you suspect of being pregnant. Eye pressure might also avoid Kumbhaka, because it can't affect. Your Tadasana is still active, your feet are active, your face is relaxed. When you finish this round that you're doing, we started with the left. So when your right hand comes back to center, release your hands by your sides, palms facing up. Observe, notice the heat. Notice the breath, don't let your mind wander. And when you're ready, tuck your chin onto your chest, blink your eyes open, shake the tension off. Turn your chair the other way. And just take your blanket out of the way now. And you can go by the wall as well if you prefer. So, standing next to your chair, find your Tadasana. Just make sure that you are close enough that you can get a hold of the chair, but not so close that you're like getting your shoulder up. And this is going to be there just mainly for support. Usually is for mind support. If we know we are close to something, it's easier for us to maintain our balance. Some of you might actually hold onto the chair. So find your Tadasana again. Balance your pelvis, squeeze your bum. And bend your right knee and open out to the right. Bring your foot heel against the ankle. Have the toes on the floor for balance. You can have your fingertips on the chair for balance. Do not let your left hip sink onto the left. Bring yourself back up. Now glide your foot higher, and it doesn't matter how high you bring the foot, just make sure it's not at the knee level. You can go above or below the knee. If you feel safe here, let go of the chair and bring your hands together in Angelic Mudra. Breathe here. On your next inhalation, bring the heels of the hands at the top of the head. You can avoid this, you can keep your hand on the chair or be by the wall. As you exhale, bring your hands up, extend your elbows. Inhale, victory arms, Gyan Mudra, thumbs and index touch. Exhale, victory arms, and I mean close your hands. Inhale, heels of the hands to the crown of the head. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to Namaste. Inhale your knee forward. Exhale your foot forward and release down, walk it out and shake the tension. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, squeeze your bum. Bend your left knee, open out to the left and bring your foot heel anywhere on the right foot, right leg that works for you. Avoid the knee. You can hold onto the chair. Don't collapse onto the right hip. Hands together maybe. And we work with the breath. Inhale, heels of the hands to the crown of the head. Shoulders down. Exhale, extend your hands. Victory arms, Gyan Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, palms touch again. Inhale, hands to the crown. And as you exhale, bring your hands back to Namaste. Inhale your knee forward. Exhale, extend your foot and release down. And shake it out. We're done. So you're gonna take your chair out of the way. You are welcome to have your bolster under your legs. And you can have your blanket under your head as well if you like. These are only options, you guys. You can go straight down on your back. No props if you don't need them or don't want them. And just pay attention to the sensations of your body, of your breath. If your body's craving for a stretch, whether it's a spinal twist, happy baby, hug your knees, whatever that might be, you can go ahead and do it. If you do one side, remember you must do the other side. And when you are done, you can meet us in butterfly position. So we're gonna go ahead and bend our knees and allow the foot soles to touch while the knees flare. Pay attention to how this butterfly position feels after all those stretches and hip work and hamstring stretches, how that reflects on your lumbar spine, your upper back, your neck, your shoulders. When you're ready, bring your knees up and extend your legs on your bolster or on the floor or your pillow. You can adjust this Shavasana. Remember, elongate maybe your neck, maybe draw your blades together, maybe create space between the hips and the legs, whatever feels right. You can stay on your Shavasana for as long as you need. Otherwise, send your breath all the way down to your feet. Wiggle your toes. Move your feet side to side. Move your legs along with the feet. Wiggle your fingers and start moving your hands. Move your arms and stretch your arms overhead. Bring your legs closer together. Tense and squeeze every muscle. Tight, tight, tight. Hold, stretch, spoon face. Exhale, release. We'll do it again. Stretch and tense. Flex or point your feet. Tight, tight, tight. Exhale, release. We'll do it one more time. Point or flex your feet. Squeeze every muscle. Tight fist. All tensions go to the hands. And when you're ready, exhale, let them go. At your own time, move onto your favorite side and lay on a fetal position for a few moments. Use your top hand to slowly help yourself up on your next exhalation. And you're going to come up onto your seated position, maybe cross-legged, or you can sit on your bolster if you like. Bring your hands together in Namaste. Shoulders away from the ears. Relax your jaw, relax your face. We're going to seal our practice with the sound and vibration of Om. And let us take a breath together first. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to Om. Notice. Inhale to the top of your lungs, expand. Side out. Again, inhale. Side out. Last one, inhale. Let all tension out. Tuck your chin onto your chest and blink your eyes open, gaze forward. Shower yourself with your own good vibes all around you and shake off all worries and sadness and stuff that you carry around. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Namaste.